Alright guys, we're going to be working on the firing hole and the components. So let's maneuver to the front view and let's turn on our canvas and select this surface and begin to create a sketch. Now let's use our circle icon above and let's just outline this reference. Now let's press pull this. So let's go to the right view and let's just reference this. And we can pull it to about here, looks good. And let's set the operation to new body. Now let's go back to the front view and select this surface and create another sketch. Now let's use the circle icon again and let's just go from the center point to about here, right here, it looks good. And let's press pull this out. So let's rotate back to the right view and let's pull it to about here. And we can set the operation on join and hit OK. Now let's rinse and repeat. So create that sketch, but instead let's use the offset so you guys can get used to using this as well. Just so you guys can keep in mind there's more than one way to achieve an effect. So once we have this, we can just press pull this inwards and we can set this to cut. So we can cut through all geometry. Now let's create a sketch on this 2D background or this 2D plane, and let's grab that rectangle tool and we're just going to copy this reference here. Once we have it outlined, we're just going to right click and press pull this. Let's go back to the front view so we can better see this. So we're just going to pull this arrow out all the way and let's change it from one side to symmetric and leave the operation uncut. Now we can begin to fill it all these edges. Let's bring this inwards. Now let's fill it these other edges as well. Oh, that's good. And that's the firing hole. Now let's go to create sketch and let's select the 2D background. Let's zoom in on this area. Now we're going to be tracing this reference. So let's use the 2-point rectangle to create half of this cylinder here. And let's create this top area as well. We're just going to be revolving this to get that cylindrical shape. So once that's done, let's just hit finish sketch. And let's go up to the top and select the revolve icon, now selecting the two profiles. And let's rotate by this line here and set it to new body. Now we can also create a sketch back on the 2D background, and we're going to use the 2-point rectangle to mimic this rectangular piece. Once we're satisfied, right click and hit OK, and let's adjust this top line and bring it up to it intersects with the previous body, and let's slide this right line back a bit. Now we can press pull this profile, and let's ensure the operation is set to new body. Now let's select the top surface of the rectangle so we can press pull it till it intersects with the previous body as well. Now we'll select this side surface and we'll create a sketch. Now let's use our line tool to get some of these details. So we just use the line tool, and I think we can copy and paste this line where the other indents are. Now once we're done, we're just going to finish sketch. Now we can select these surfaces at the bottom. So let's just grab this face and the bottom face, and we're just going to press pull these to create some interesting geometry. And let's set the operation to new body. Now let's toggle back on this previous sketch and let's create some of the pipes. So let's go to create pipe. Let's select this line and leave it uncut. And let's just repeat this operation for this top line as well. And let's create the pipe. Let's create one more pipe at the bottom here, and let's just make this one a little bit bigger than the rest. That looks good. Let's reference this. That's fine. Let's hit cut, hit OK. And now what I want to do is turn off this sketch and let's just combine these pieces together. And let's grab this other body right there and hit join, hit OK. Now what I want to do is fillet this bottom line here to make it more interesting and also match the reference. So this looks about good. Let's hit OK. Now we can start creating a sketch on this 2D background, and let's start working on this front side post. So let's use our line tool to mimic this shape. The line tool I think is the most useful because there's so much you can do with the line. You could even fillet the corners if you wanted to in the sketch. So once we're done with that, let's just connect these two pieces, these two lines, to create the profile. And let's go back to our front view once we press pull this so we can reference it. So we're going to pull this out to about here. Let's change it from one side to symmetric and change the operation to new body. And I'm going to fillet these corners here. So let's hit F. We'll just select our edges. We're going to rinse and repeat. Let's also add these fillets down here and here. Well, that's good, but let's also add the fillet on the sides as well. Let's go to the front view so we can reference this. Oh, that's good. Now let's select this create sketch, and we're gonna create a line so we can create a pipe. So draw one line from here to here. Let's hit finish sketch. Let's go to create pipe. We're just gonna drag this arrow out to create that shape. This looks good. Let's set this to new body and hit OK. Now we can right click and let's just move this down a bit. This looks good. Now let's combine all these pieces together. So let's go to combine. And let's select this piece and this piece. And let's select this part as well. Let's hit join, OK. All right, guys, this is looking good so far. We made a lot of progress. This is about 80% done. So hopefully I didn't lose anyone. I wasn't moving too fast. I'm pretty sure I was moving too fast, but you guys can always slow it down. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video.